taking advantage since I was recording a video that I wanted to, since I wanted to touch a little more on relationships, because relationships are sacred ground. They're the main ingredients for our expansion and our growth. I'm not talking only about relationships like in romantic relationships. I'm talking about relationships in general. I mean, with your family, with your friends, with co-workers, with everyone that you are encountering. You know, this is what kind of takes place. Okay, life is a mirror, and relationship, be it intimate or not, they're serving a purpose. They're coming to you by invitation because they're here to teach you or to make you aware. It's like, for example, a person that holds a lot of anger and very angry, and they got all this anger and pain inside, they're gonna attract and provoke people to attack them, because how do you think that's gonna surface or come out in the open as a mirror? Because you want to heal that. You want to know that it exists in there. Sometimes, you know, like for example, relationships, let's say, like if I need to overcome jealousy or get rid of the fear of loss, you know, sometimes I'm provoked in a way where it gets me to, sorry, I'm getting a little distracted. There's people like walking around. But anyway, back to relationships. You know, again, I've seen a lot of people being unhappy. And I mean, they also sold us a story that this like love forever type of thing. And it's not always like that. It's like a fairy tale or something, because if you're not changing and transforming and growing and expanding in the relationship, it reaches its completion. And when you do love someone, your love for them will never die. That's why sometimes people stay in relationships for a very long time, and you know, they suffer so much and they're not happy. Again, I tell you that happiness is not something a relationship brings you either. A person, it enhances, but happiness is something that you decide and you share with another, not that someone brings it to you. So you know, when you are unhappy, you have to like take responsibility for that, because it doesn't mean that that person that's with you is the one causing that unhappiness. You know, we have a cry inside for our life purpose. I mean, it's almost like we're all so sacred and so special. You know, we're here to serve and to fill a need. If we came to, like me, I'm a speaker, I'm a bringer of light, a light worker. I'm here to assist in the ascension and the transformation of the planet. And I realize that because of what I could do. You got to find yourself, whatever you could do 100% of the time, and time stands still, is usually a good indication that this is what you should be doing. So just because you're unhappy in a relationship or unhappy period doesn't mean it's a relationship. It means that you might not be stepping into your passion or your authentic self, or even all the healing and the stuff that you just been piling on different relationships and experience, but you haven't even looked at it. You haven't healed it. Things from your childhood that stays there, and it you gotta like get in it. Why? Okay, why did this occur? You know, ask yourself questions. Don't blame. Don't cop out and say, no, this person doesn't work, or she's no good, or or he's no good. No. Look at it, because it's there for you, and if it's there, trust me, you are needing that. You know, if there's so many things that I'm trying to like, I would have to have like a workshop, but I really want people to really pay attention to relationships, because and in truth, they're not always designed to make you happy. You have to like agree when you get together with someone. you gotta know that you're not always gonna be in love. You're not always gonna desire them, and you might even dislike them and hate them at times. It just happens. You just want to beat them down. No, I'm kidding. But no, seriously, there's a lot of stuff. You gotta know that and say, okay, these are two souls uniting for expansion, and you want to make the best of it. And what's really good is like when you are like-minded, of course, not just because the person is attractive and what they have. I mean, that's the majority of the problem, a big part of it. But if you attach to someone that is very like-minded, it's a good thing. And then we tend to sometimes say, oh, you get in the relationship and then you say you want to go, okay, once I have the relationship, I'll do this, I'll do that. No, it's about self-love. I think the most important part is self-love. And then everybody tells you, no, love yourself, but they don't show you how. I've experienced a lot of that recently because I was loving myself through others. I mean, I was giving so much. I still am, because I'm so grateful to just experience the feeling of love. I have like tremendous gratitude to be able to sink into that. It's just delicious. But it's about me first, I think. It's not selfish. It's just deciding that I have a certain worth and a value that is needing my attention, and I'm sharing my happiness and my state of being with someone. But it's not like they're not here, like they're not gonna come and take my happiness away, because my happiness is gonna be held within me and I'm gonna share it. But anyway, pay attention to the stuff, why it happens. There's stages of relationship. There's the power. There's a lot of things, and we just, we get into this ego thing and the competitiveness. And in truth, it's not even about winning. It's about being happy. You can't. It's almost you get attracted to somebody that's the opposite of you, and you want to make them. And you forget that that's what attracted you, and you want to make them like you, and then you end up fighting because they're not like you. They're not supposed to be like you. They're supposed to create a balance and align you, because your house is out of balance. Excuse me, you're out of balance. They're supposed to, like, it's alignment. It's like the disowned part of your primary personality. If you need certain experiences to keep you balanced, the opposite shows up for integration. It's like, have you ever realized it? And it's really pissed. A lot of people get pissed off. It's like, what? Now that we broke up, they're reading, they're running, they're exercising, they're traveling, they're doing all that stuff. You know why? Because you serve that purpose. I know it's messed up that you would have liked to experience that with your partner that you lost or moved on or reaches completion. But, again, you have to go with that mentality and not always think that it's for expansion. It's for you as a mirror. They're serving you. They're here for you. And look at it that way. And it doesn't always have to last forever. I guess we could be selecting a little bit more on the like-minded, but I think we have to focus on being a little healthier. If we, it's about trying to become the person that you want to attract. If you were somebody else, would you want to be with you? And at that level and that in that way, heal yourself. Realize what has happened in the past in the relationship, and don't lose hope on love. It's just delicious, but everybody's like staying in the surface and being superficial and being fake and not connecting. I don't want to see that. I love partners. I'm a person that I love to see people together and happy, and I'm so respectful of that. And that's another thing. Not many people respect relationship. They're just like seeking attention. I'm not even attracted to people that do that with me, because it's not about judging that they're gonna do the same with me. It's that I want something clean and pure and not pure, but it could be like sensuous. But I want someone that's available, at all levels. I don't want that attachment go back to the ex. It's just crazy. I pay attention. I see, oh my God, they just broke up. They'll be back visiting, and especially those long relationships, that is scary. You try to mess up around with somebody that's in a long-term relationship, you're gonna get bounced around big time, because it's a tapestry that's woven, that is painful. It unravels. There's experiences, there's things lived there that has to get on. There's an entanglement, especially if there was true love and a lot of bonding. Even that saying, la costumbre, or the habits are stronger than love. So just remember, relationships are not always designed to make you happy. Sometimes it's like they come for a minute and they're here to give you an experience for expansion. And look at it that way and accept it, and know that it's almost like the whole universe is participating in your expansion. So if you need to heal a certain aspect of yourself and you got some crazy stuff going on, you might get a little wackiness showing up and introducing you and bringing you exposure to what is held in you. So always ask yourself, what is the lesson for me to learn? And just stop like pointing the finger, like if they're doing things. Because in truth, there's no victim or villain. I even say, like, sometimes you see there is like a woman gets beat down or like gets abused by somebody, and everybody looks at this experience and say, that guy was like horrible, he beat her and he hurt her and stuff like that. Yes, that is a perception to be observed. She did get beat up, and then she did get hurt, and he abused her physically or mentally, emotionally, whatever. But if you look deeper of the perspective of the truth that is behind what is occurring, is that villain or that abuser would not show up if the woman held a tremendous self-love for herself, because she wouldn't vibrate and be attracting that kind of experience, like that man to hurt her, because of self-love. So that's what I mean about being more healthy. Making yourself healthy, meaning, people don't understand that, what you want is not always what you attract. And when we're born, before we were born, we start feeling the experience of love. Feeling is the language of the soul. Before we know it, before the brain and all that stuff is developed, and that process that takes place, you feel your way. You feel your family, your parents, everything that occurred in the household and your surroundings that identify as love, and that's what you relate to. It's like a recording that recorded itself, and it kept a tape, and it records and it plays out through your whole life. But that recording stopped, and you can't heal the mind from the mind. So that's why even like meditation and a lot of stuff that I'm willing to even offer is a deeper healing, because you really get to the core stuff. So I lost a little bit of my train of thought, but anyway, yeah, back. Subconscious, that part that I tell you that is all in your face, it's like the loop that's playing out. You have, like, for example, many times in my life I desired a certain type of partner, right? But I was attracting the wackiness. So it's not that there's only wackiness, it's that I'm vibrating and I'm attracting this wackiness, because whatever occurred in my subconscious mind, which is the tape that was recorded from probably from birth to 7 or 8 roughly, that is my perception of love. So if I want a certain quality and caliber, I was attracting something else. So this is what I'm telling you. Not what you want is what's showing up. Is what you know and love to be. That's why the best ingredient in this whole picture is for you to heal and to discover that heart, in the heart space of that nectar of God, that flame that's within you, and the true love. Not that others can't love you truly, but people can only love you at the level that they love themselves, and that's not always the healthy part that's going on in the planet. So find that love within you. I'll guide you. I have like so many incredible things that you could actually have experiences of this, so you could heal that space, and you could really bring that person into your life that is gonna be as healthy and as the level of love that you've already decided to go within and tap into. So I don't want to keep recording like long stuff, but just about relationship. I'm gonna bring different things out, and hopefully, as long as I have the listeners and the audience, I'll show up for you. Okay? All right, thank you. I think that's about it for now. All right, peace out. Good night. Love you. Bye-bye. When I say I love you, I truly mean it. This is not a performance. I'm not, honestly, my only agenda is that you guys wake up, because the more of you wake up, the more beautiful this planet is going to be, and the more love that's going to be circulating. And I am in love with love. So that's it. Have a nice one. Thank you again, and I love you.